Well, good afternoon, Tina. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Just reminiscing on this trip that we took to the Hiawatha bike trail
Yep.
up in the border of Montana and Idaho. It's a great time. I was struck by how far we had to ride our bikes from the end of the parking lot all the way up to the trailhead, but there's a lot of people there. So what you want to do is you want to get there early. You want to try to get an earlier parking spot, otherwise you'll be way down at the end of the parking area.
Yeah, it was a huge parking area.
Yeah, so we're just getting ready to go. I know that we both had to use the restroom, so we had a couple of false starts, and now here finally we're on our way. But maybe as we pass through the car barrier there, maybe what we should do is take a minute and tell everybody how to get to the Hiawatha Trail. Do you think that would be valuable?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so if you're coming from the Washington, Idaho area, you want to take exit 0 off of Interstate 90. There you can rent bikes, you can buy your tickets, you can purchase trail and shuttle passes, there's restrooms, and there's food. So from the Montana side, you want to take exit 5. They suggest you take exit 0 anyway, buy all your stuff. In any event, what we did is we stopped at exit 0, and then we went to exit 5, and that's where you actually get to the trailhead.
Yeah.
So that's what we suggest too. Go to exit 0, buy your tickets, buy your passes, unless you do it online, but then go to exit 5 on the Montana side, and there you'll encounter the Hiawatha Trailhead.
You got to have a helmet, you got to have a light.
You got to have lights.
Yeah, and you got to have a helmet.
And more lights. But if you're coming from Spokane to, different parts of Montana, even as far away as Portland, the website that they have there at Hiawatha Trail Adventure gives you some distances of how far away it is. But I found the website to be really valuable. So if you get a chance, make sure you visit the Hiawatha Trail Adventure website before making the trek over there. You'll save a lot of time. So anyway, we're here now. We start our trail into the first tunnel. I was amazed, Tina, I don't know about you, but you come in from the light into the darkness, and at first you think, oh, we're going to be okay. But as you see the light fading behind us, you get to a point where there is no light. I mean, it is zero light.
Yeah. It is totally dark. You've got to have a light on your bike, so you can. Now it's 1.5 miles or so. It doesn't seem like it, but it was.
Yeah, this first tunnel is 1.66 miles, and it's the bottom of the tunnel is covered with water and hard-packed mud. Here's Tina emerging from that first tunnel. It was fun. I went ahead of her so I could catch a video of her coming out of the tunnel for the video. And we took a picture in front of the waterfall.
Yep, there we are.
Oh, what a cutie. And then I wanted to get a picture of this tunnel too. This tunnel are so iconic and so historical that I thought I wanted to capture that for everybody. It's the St. Paul Pass tunnel.
Yeah.
And off we go. What were your impressions of this first leg of the trail?
It's really nice. It's not steep. It's light pedaling. It's just a nice gradual.
It's a nice gradual grade.
Yeah.
You do have to pedal, but you don't have to pedal heavy because you are, in a sense, coasting downhill. One thing we noted, now in this first section, you see off the right side of the trail, very steep. You don't want to roll your bike off of there because you will go a long way to the bottom. But you got buses on this first leg of the trail, buses that bring all of the participants back up from the bottom. We also rode a bus at the end of our trail down. Now you'll see some bikes coming towards us, riding back up the trail. That's an option for you if you choose to do that. You can ride back up rather than ride the bus. But here was tunnel number 2, also quite dark. Not nearly as long, but you can get... The video doesn't capture the depth or the length of the tunnels. I'll just cut that out for sake of the video because you'd just be looking at darkness, really.
It was gorgeous, though.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Inside the tunnels themselves, it's about 45 degrees. And then you come out, and when we came out, it was really quite warm. And you have these waypoints on the side with depictions of what's happening, different things, that historical narratives that you can look at on the trail as you're passing through. We chose not to stop at the first one, but we wanted to stop at others, and then I think we even failed to stop at most of those.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get my little Tina, and there she is. Everybody likes to see Tina riding her bike.
So this is where the train tracks were.
Yes, and now this right there where you just saw is where the buses come up the trail.
Right, from the bottom.
Yeah, and now from this point on, it's all bikes. But yeah, this is old rail bed. You'll actually, at some point here in the video, you'll see some old railroad ties, and yeah, there used to be rails up here. So all these tunnels too on the inside were they smelled really dank, I guess we would say, or damp. And to me, it smelled like diesel. Like I could smell the diesel of the old engines as they pulled their load through these tunnels. It was really pretty fascinating. But again, this is sped up. You can see that Tina doesn't pedal nearly this fast.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're fantastic. But it was beautiful. The slope kind of gradually gets less and less steep on the side. But we not only have tunnels intermittent with this drop off on the right side of the trail, but we also have trestles that are coming up, which are interesting. I was expecting wood trestles. They didn't turn out to be wood. They turned out to be steel.
Yeah, they've been upgraded.
Yeah.
But they're still very cool.
You get passed sometimes by speedsters and normal people that just ride faster than us.
Yeah.
It was really fun, though, I can tell you this. Now, this one, we couldn't get in this tunnel, so you'll see that this rail bed that we're riding on actually skirts around the side of the hill that tunnel goes through. And as we come around the hill on the other side, you'll see some other folks that are sitting there checking that tunnel out, too. We did not check it out to see if there was a cave-in or what the deal was, but we just rode on.
Short tunnel. Quite as dark.
Yeah, it's really fascinating though, the history that you see as you're riding along, and the way these tunnels are put together. I wanted to show you this so you could see what the sides of this thing look like. Really rough. You can almost see them blasting out all of this massive rock. But I think there were 11 tunnels in total on the Hiawatha Trail. I don't know that we went through all of them, but there were 11 total. Now, why are you going so slow here, Tina?
Because you slowed it down.
Oh, here we go. So we decided to stop and check out this one, and then had other bikers catch up to us as we're checking out the waypoint, reading a little history about the area. I think we're only going to tell you about one historical waypoint so that when you go, you can read them for yourself. But you'll see these. They're worth stopping for. We had a real interest, though, in stopping on these trestles, and this is the first of many trestles that you ride across. I think this one wasn't as high or as inspiring, and so I think we went on to try to find one that was higher that we would stop on.
I think we stopped at 2 or 3, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
It's another one.
That one must not have been impressive either. They really were, though. They were fantastic. Oh, see, we had to make a stop here because I saw something off the side of the road, off the side of the trail, that I thought was really interesting. It wasn't just a waypoint. There was a cross on the other side of the creek. And so we stopped to read the story of the big blow-up, a Gandy dancer's grave. So railroaders tell the story about a man who died when he panicked off the train during a fire, and he died in this spot. legend has it, and they have actually a cross marking his gravesite down there on the other side of the creek. And I don't know, this one was really interesting for me anyway.
His nickname was the Grandy Dancer.
Grandy Dancer. Anyway, there's the cross. It's interesting. It's worthwhile reading and getting an idea of the history of the place. Now, I didn't really capture it on video very well, but there was a curious little squirrel that was interested in any food that we might have.
Tell he had been fed.
Yeah. He was dogging us, though.
Yeah.
He did all but walk up and tap us on the shoulder and ask us for food. Anyway, we had to stop and get a picture with the valley dropping away and going both directions with Tina and I. There he is. And then the other side of the trail is down there across the valley. You can see that white line is actually the rail bed. You see a trestle down there, and then you can kind of see how it winds its way through the trees. We will end up down there as we follow the trail on around.
Here we go. Look how fast I'm pedaling.
Yeah, I think we might have stopped on this one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, because it was so long, right? Yeah. And it was a little trepidatious. Like, you step out on the edge, and even though you realize this is holding up a lot of weight, there's something very strange about stepping out there.
I know. Still a little nervous.
I was pretending to be brave, but Tina kept calling me out. Here I'm telling her to get moving, and she stopped to punch me in the arm.
Now you're going slow. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal was with the slow-mo there, but
making you look slow. Anyway, it's a beautiful bike trail to ride.
Yeah, we took our bikes up that we bought at Costco, and they performed just fine. We didn't have any issues with our bikes. You can rent bikes though from the facility.
Yeah, you can rent bikes and helmets and stuff.
One thing that's nice about the bike rentals is they have big fat tires, which I think there's some of those railroad ties still sitting there. But anyway, the big tires I think might help make the trail less bumpy.
Some of them were electric, weren't they?
Yes, yeah, they were. Yeah, that is a selling point that I didn't know about it, or I may have just rented a bike myself.
I don't know. It wasn't that bad.
No,
it wasn't bad at all.
No, I just like complaining. Yeah, consistently though, 45 degrees in the tunnel, wet usually, not always, but usually wet. It was a really good time. We really enjoyed it. We didn't even know about it until we'd gone up to spend a little time at Spirit Lake, and Terry Taylor told us about the Hiawatha Trail and that she had ridden it, and so we decided that we could go ride it ourselves. And this is another one of those spots where we wanted to take a picture looking back up at the trestle. We crossed up there to the right. You can see that dark line going across there.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, so I wanted to capture a picture of Tina with that trestle behind her, so there was some context, and then the old timber there behind her. But yeah, these were interesting trestles for sure. You can almost see the train crossing. What's the matter, Tina? You look a little scared up there. And here I'm just asking her to move over so that I can get a better picture of her with the trestle in the background. But she finally agreed. That's how it turns out. Yeah. Smile.
My glasses.
I guess there you smiled a little bit. But look, you can see the people up on that other trestle. That's interesting.
Yeah. No, we're the ones down below.
And this is at the curve end. This continues on around. If this is a U, we're at the bottom of the U. And now going up the other side. Tina's trying to take my picture. I have to have her turn the phone over. Muddy. Mud splattered on my rear end, my backside.
Yeah. I had mud guards, so I didn't get that.
Yeah. Lots of bikers did the whole thing back and forth. They went down and then back up again. I think by the time we got to the end of the trail, we were just happy to have made it to the end.
Yeah.
It seemed it wasn't bad at all.
Not hard.
It just towards the end we were both looking at each other like, how much longer is this going to take?
Yeah.
But we made it. You do have to get down there by 4:30, I think, to catch the last bus. Otherwise you are riding back.
What was it, like 1 or something?
Yeah, something like that. I think we can recommend it. I mean, we're not Olympic athletes, and we were able to do it, so I would say almost anyone can do it. And at the end of the video down here, you're going to see just what I mean by anyone can do it. There's the other side. We showed you this side up above earlier in the video. So this is looking the other direction, looking back up at the top of the trail. Once again, capture beautiful Tina.
Posing here.
Yeah, she's a ham.
God, what was I eating? I had something on my... Gorgeous.
I think you actually took a picture of me here.
You
did!
I did on the last one, too.
Oh, just on my backside.
There we go.
Oh, look at that handsome guy.
Yep. Expression and smile.
Oh, I did in this one. Oh, that's a half smile.
Yeah. And here we go.
So we recorded the pictures with our iPhones, and then the video we recorded on a GoPro that was up on top of my helmet. And I used a stabilizer so that it would stay level. Now this one was really fun because you see that green area over there on the other side. That's an alpine meadow area where the water comes down through, and we got some pictures with that in the background behind us.
Very pretty.
I loved it.
Oh,
wow! You must have been having fun. There, we both have a nice smile.
a couple old people, huh?
Now, when I say anybody can do it, that little boy up there, I think, how old did she say he was? 3?
Like 3.
3 years old, and he rode the entire 15-mile trail. And this is down towards the end. I think there's a couple of miles to go. But that little guy,
Just going.
he did it. He did it on his own bike, and that's his mama on the right there. And it was fantastic. It's a little embarrassing, actually, to realize that,
A 3-year-old can do it.
Right. Yeah, I felt a little bit like Tommy Boy.
Like,
Get out of my way, kid.
Just bouncing along.
Oh, he was having a great time. I was talking to his mother. She was really proud of him. But I think we give it to the trail 2 thumbs up. It was a lot of fun. Better than sitting around your hotel room or your cabin and just watching paint dry. It was a lot of fun. The air was fresh, and we had a good time.
Yeah.
So anyway, video wasn't much, but there was a few things that we captured, and I hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you get a chance to do the Hiawatha Trail, we definitely highly recommend it.
Yeah, very good trail.
What's with the slow-mo here?